how becoming an author saved my life. In 2016, I was diagnosed with stress-induced bipolar. For the majority of the last 9 years, I didn't know if I wanted to live or if I wanted to die. This one's a big one for me, so just be patient, please. According to my first psychiatrist, only 7% of all patients diagnosed with a mental illness have a spiritual awakening. Well, guess I was one of them. But you see, this gave me a sense of purpose, a belief system that made me think that maybe, just maybe, there was something beyond my brain just being, oh, his brain's broken. Because that's what I thought. That's what I resisted. That's what I fought. Now, my creative gift as an author was always there, even in high school, middle school, but the bipolar exploded it to an even bigger level. It took me 2 years to release my first book, and in the following 2 years, I released 3 more. Those were a major highlight for me, a major achievement as well. But the story doesn't end there. You see, being an author has done more than give me direction for my career. It has given me an outlet for the dark thoughts that clamor in my mind. You know those thoughts that you can't share with your friends or family. The thoughts you don't want to share with your friends or family, right? So it allowed me to just let it out. It allowed me to understand. Additionally, writing taught me several things about life. Things that I wish to share with you today. I mean, it really is amazing how things kind of come to fruition as you progress. It taught me that small actions repeated over time will manifest into large creations. So no matter what you're working on, if you take the right small step and repeat it over a long period of time, you will see significant results. It may not be what you wanted, but it's what you're gonna get. And sometimes, it's even better than you thought. I learned that healing through a mental illness, which is something they don't really tell you can do, you can overcome the mental illness, is more than just taking medication. You have to actively seek to clear your mind of the mental trash, change your paradigm, and overcome the false conditioning that you have been led to believe. That's very challenging for most people because conditioning, it sticks to you and it stays there in your mind for a long period of time. For most people, for their entire life. The next thing I learned was that writing is one of the purest art forms, because a good story is something that's going to teach you a part of life that stays with you in your subconscious for the rest of your lifetime. But writing is not easy. Neither is changing your perspective or changing your paradigm. But a good story, it will help shift things and then teach you things in ways that you didn't even recognize. So, how did writing save my life? Well, in 2020, I was taking an injection for bipolar, and I started to rapidly gain weight. I gained 70 kilograms in 7 months. My first psychiatrist refused to switch medications, claiming that what I was on did not cause rapid weight gain. Well, it wasn't until I spoke to a pharmacist and I did a quick Google search did I confirm exactly what I had been telling him, that the medication is causing my rapid weight gain. So finally, after coming to him with that evidence, he switched me over to something else. But the damage was done. I was a bulbous whale, and to add insult to injury, I now had lymphedema in my legs. This spiraled my already fragile mental state into a deep depression, which led me to make the foolish decision of eating a lot of junk food. So after that, I gained another 70 pounds. And when all was said and done, I ended up being 421 pounds. Well, what made matters worse during that depression was that I was in a crazy writer's block. I mean, almost every day, I'd get these brilliant story concepts, brilliant ideas, and I'd work on them for a little bit, and then just drop them by the wayside. So eventually, where I ended up, I had, over 50 unfinished manuscripts. Can you believe that? And I just kept going. I said to myself, no, this is not the end. I have to keep going. And that's where the writing came in. The writing kept me going. It kept my mind occupied. Yes, I was writing a little bit here and a little bit there and switching stories every other day, every few days or so. But I was dedicated, I was determined to write my first masterpiece. Something that I truly was proud of. I told myself the first 4 books were just practice. This next one is gonna be a game changer. Now, that's a problem in itself. But hey, I did what I had to do, and it got me through the worst. I knew that if I cut my life short by eating all this junk, I was gonna end up in a dusty grave with unfulfilled potential. So finally, I broke out of the depression and just started taking care of my health. So I'm proud to say that to this day, I'm now 280 pounds. A big drop from 421, but not there yet. I still gotta keep fighting the good fight. But that dedication to my craft and creating a brilliant novel for my readers and for myself, that's what allowed me to get here to this day. I would have just kept eating, because at that point, I didn't care about a single thing, and food was the only joy I had. So, the great news is that this year I finalized the story that I'm going to release next. Is it going to be my first masterpiece? Hey man, I don't know. But it's what I'm going to release. I'm going to give it my all. So if you're interested to find out what story that is, give me a like, give me a comment, and let me know you're interested in hearing about it, because I would love to do a video about my next story. Thank you for listening. Take care. Good at it.